Visionary Minds Public Relations and Media is a proud sponsor of CA Media Podcast. Be sure to get all your publicity, digital marketing, writing, media consulting services by emailing visionarymindsny@gmail.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CA Media Podcast, the show that allows you to come in your own unique way. This podcast will be about my journey throughout my adult life. I will bring my friends, and there will be some episode in which I will be alone to speak about what's on my mind. Topics will range from society, culture, sports, relationships, and so much more. There's nothing off limits on the CA Media Podcast. So, as you come into my world to listen to my podcast, feel free to know that this is a safe space and a personal space to bring your family and friends to listen to the CA Media Podcast. So come and join this ride with me, and as always, this is the show that allows you to come in your most unique, authentic way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CA Media Podcast, the show that allows you to come in your own unique way. I'm your host, Clyde Anderson, and this episode is called The Best of 2024. This show is brought to you by Visionary Minds Public Relations and Media. If you have any media consultations or inquiries, please contact Tammy Reese at visionarymindsny@gmail.com, and she will gladly get back to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Clyde, and this is the end of 2024. We have made it. Normally, I would do a video of my best moments of the year, but I had the chance to do it, so I'm gonna do a podcast. So I'm gonna talk about my best moments, or not so best moments, of 2024, and in retrospect, and give my thoughts on it and what I think 2025 may look like for me. So, to follow this podcast, you can follow this podcast at CA Media Podcast on all social sites: Facebook, Instagram, X, Blue Sky, any social platform that you could think of, and use the hashtag CA Media Pod. All right, so normally I start my year off in church. I did that in 2024. It's always great to be in the King's Healing Room during the beginning of the year, the closing out of 2023. So normally, from there, I would normally spend time with my bros or my best friends, and from there, work the next day if I'm working. If not, then I'll go home and relax. But this year, I think I went straight home, to my knowledge. I did end 2023 telling a person, 2024, we need to do this thing right. If not, it is what it is. I'm going to split. So after letting them know that, I wound up going to church and bringing in the year with myself, of a single, I was talking to people, but that's not that important. But the most important thing was that I made it to 2024. Fast forward, I got a promotion 3 months prior in October. They wind up moving me to another house in December. I vividly having a meeting with my supervisor and their supervisor. So I was like, yo, what are we doing? Y'all moved me, and you're not doing nothing with me. So I need y'all to either train me or figure this thing out, because you put me in this position to lead and you're not doing your job. So I need y'all to do your job. And this is all the cups of me telling them, yo, y'all want to do this? I'm taking the rest of the year off. Late December into early January to the year off. From there, they wind up, doing their part finally after me, relaying my thoughts. They did their part and I went to do my part. Everything went well until I think the day after Valentine's Day, or probably the day before. I think it's the day after. I got hurt. I was out of work for like 6 weeks, and like I was trying to save to go to WrestleMania 40 in Philly, and all that came a streaking halt, HALT, and I was home. I was home, healing, and just healing. I was home. I was bored. I mean, God had me like still for 6 weeks. In the process of those 6 weeks, I had like 3 interviews, 3 different positions, 2 of them within the company I currently work at, 1 of them for a different company, still with the state of New York, which is a blessing. When I'm getting another promotion during that time I was out of work. So when I came back 3 days later, hey Clyde, we want to give you this promotion. I'm like, oh my God, yes. But it led me to come back home. So that promotion led me to come back home. It led me to pack up everything that was where I stayed at for the last 14 years to come back home to New York City to be with family. So we're talking now on April 2024. That we did that. We moved. We got a promotion. 9 to 5. No weekends, no overtime, a regular 9 to 5. Thank you, Jesus, right? And from there, I find out, down here, you don't get overtime. I'm like, what? I was so mad. Like, I can't make overtime. What am I doing with my life? So most of the time, I stayed in the house. I came home, I went to work. I came home, went to sleep, rested, update my church's podcast. That's most of the thing I did at home. That's it. Absolutely nothing else. I didn't go outside. I didn't really do nothing. The end of April was like Robinson's reunion, which, I got the chance to reconnect with some former schoolmates and, family members that I forgot that I went to school with at that time, which talking about 2002 to 2007. And just to be in the presence of great vibe, great entertainment, and no bad thing happened. And normally from a school like that, there's always something that's going on. It's going to pop off at Robeson. But at this reunion, it was chill. It was a great vibe. It was everything I needed for that time at that stage of my life. And it was a blessing. It was truly a blessing just to reconnect with people that I went to school with, and they all doing well, entrepreneurs, CEOs, business owners, supervisors, just doing everything that they can do to better themselves, and that was like amazing. I also had a chance to reconnect with some old friends, like people I went to school with, people I haven't seen in like several decades, people I haven't seen in several years. Not going to start naming names, probably several people I may forget. So it was a blessing to be back home and to be able to reconnect with the people that I went to school with or I met throughout my course of my life, and also help them, in some way, shape, or form. Now we're headed towards like the middle of the year. Tribeca. Tribeca is one of the greatest film festivals that I like to take part in. I had the opportunity to do several red carpets and also had the opportunity to interview starting, and she is a All-American track and field athlete, and she came out with her first animated film, and it was launched or premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival. It was an honor and a privilege to interview her and to get to know her, on that level. July, I became a board member of Power Incorporated in Syracuse. Power Incorporated is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization that help with like parents that just recently lost a child or has said in any traumatic and experience that the birthing parent had during the time of birth. And then from there, I might think my sister for this give me a chance to go to Coney Island and watch some Brooklyn Cyclones. I think that's the name of the team now. In Brooklyn Cyclones, several day games, and I had the opportunity to actually just go on the Wonder Wheel for the first time in ever. Like I've never been on the Wonder Wheel in Coney Island, so I have the opportunity to do that was a blessing, and I thank God for the opportunity. To experience that, and I was scared. I was so scared. I was screaming like a chicken, I would say, but I was able to enjoy the experience as well. And then from there, we talk about like mid-August, late August. I had the opportunity to walk the Brooklyn Bridge. I went to work. And I came out of work, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to walk home. I walked home from downtown, the financial district of Manhattan, all the way to Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. And that was like just under 2 hours I did that walk. And tell you, my knees was hurting, my feet was hurting, I had a heavy book bag on. I did that. With the grace of God, he helped me get through that, and I'm so grateful for him for allowing me to make that walk. And then I helped celebrate a 90th birthday of a longtime friend, grandmother. She celebrated her 90th birthday, and like my best friend came and DJ in the clutch. He did his thing. I did my thing as a photographer. We made it do what it do. We did our best, and it was one of the highlights of my year was to be able to help celebrate one of my friends' grandmother birthday, and it was a privilege and an honor to share that moment with him. And then I was at work, and game 161, we're talking about like September now, and the Mets made it to the postseason. One of the greatest games ever in baseball history, game 161, 2024. And the Mets made it to the postseason. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the Mets would make it to the postseason? And they did. They did. And a couple days after that, I went to see Janelle Monáe in concert at the Forest Hill Gardens in like Queens. I was on stage. I was selected, and I danced. I danced the way I could dance. Like, not the best dancer, but being on stage with Janelle Monáe allows me to be myself and show who I am truly, so I've always made a joke like, yo, I better learn now, because once I get married and at the reception of my marriage, I need to show people how to dance. So this is like my platform, being at her concerts and being selected to be on stage with her. It's my privilege and honor, and I'm grateful for Janelle Monáe allowing me to share that stage with her and her bandmates. All right, we're going on October. And October was me buying postseason tickets. So I went to see Game 5 of the National League Championship Series, the Mets versus the Dodgers. I saw the Temptations. The Mets wind up winning, advancing to Game 6. And it was a great vibe, a dope vibe, a vibe I'd never experienced before outside of WrestleMania. And if any baseball fans haven't been to a postseason game for their team or in general, make it your duty to go catch a postseason game. It's one of the greatest experiences you could ever have or experience as a sports fan. All right, the Mets got eliminated in Game 6. I was at Citi Field crying. Yes, they had a watch along at Citi Field on the big street, and I was crying because I'm a Mets fan and we lost, right? So the Dodgers wind up making it to the World Series. They wind up facing the New York Yankees, who had the easiest path to the World Series, and God knows how long for any team to make it to the World Series so easy like the Yankees did. That was crazy. But the Yankees wind up making it, and the Yankees wind up winning Game 4. The game that I thought the Dodgers would clinch and sweep the Yankees, and the Yankees would go and cry. But the Yankees won Game 4. And wind up losing Game 5. But I was there Game 4. And if you haven't been to a World Series game, it's amazing. Please go if you're a sports fan at all, and you want to see a championship game, like a WrestleMania, a Super Bowl, a World Series, a Stanley Cup, NBA Finals, a Daytona 500, the Australia Open, U.S. Open. Go see it. Go and catch a World Series, and enjoy it. Enjoy it. And then like November, God's amazing, and He answers prayers, and I love that for me, and I'm grateful for God for that, for allowing me to be able to hear my prayers answered that I prayed. And December, I traveled to Georgia. Like, who would have thought I would travel to Georgia and have fun and enjoy myself? But thank God for that. Thank God for the safe travels. I was able to experience through that, and get back to work. I also want to give a shout out to my supervisor. She's super cool and grateful for her. Allow me, even though my position allows me to do flex time, I'm grateful for that. I also had some down moments where like I had to get rid of some people out my life that wasn't beneficial to my life. When I say like XYZ, that's what I mean. Like, don't take advantage of me. Don't take advantage of a situation. Don't take advantage of a person, because God will reveal, always. So, never take advantage of a situation. Some people, they enter your life and you think they're there for you, but they really not for you. And some people, they're in your life for a season or a reason or for a cause. And some people, their spirit is not wanted. And it's not just you that knows that. Everybody else knows that about them. So their spirit was not wanted in my life. I had to remove that. Thank God for that. Also, just want to give shout outs to WWE for creating one of the greatest years for me to be as a fan to watch the product. Thank you, God, for CM Punk and Drew McIntyre Viber of the Year. Cody Rhodes amazing 2024. Roman finally losing his title at WrestleMania 40 and Night 2. Some of the great moments of Joe Hendry and LA Knight finally claiming the U.S. title. Becky Lynch putting over Rhea Ripley, or the debut of Jade Cargill. But yes, thank you, professional wrestler, for making 2024 one of the greatest years of all time. I also was on the Sam Roberts podcast. I asked a question, he read it, and it was super dope to hear my name on someone else's podcast of a question that I put on. 2024 was an amazing year. I have no regrets. I'm grateful for everything that happened in 2024. It led me to be where I'm at currently. I'm expecting great things to happen in 2025. I don't know what exactly will happen in 2025, but I'm expecting great things to happen. I'm expecting God's favor to continue to be in my life. And I'm expecting the Lord to continue to be a blessing to me and everyone that's around me. To close out this podcast, I want y'all to check out all my podcasts every episode that you can listen to. Check it out. I want to thank my cousin Muda for joining the podcast this year. Star Nathan for joining the podcast. Ray Sean, Jack Franzino. The many, many, many people that joined the podcast this year. Thank you for being a guest, Rondell. For joining the podcast, and I hope that 2025 will be a great year for CA Media Podcast, clients and media, clients as an individual himself, and I ask God to just continue to have favor over me and everyone that I touch, and I pray that someone finds something on this podcast and that allows them to be a greater version of themselves. So, again, this is Clyde Anderson of the CA Media Podcast, the show that allows you to come your own unique way. I am your host. Have a blessed ending of your 2024, and I have a happy, prosperous new year of 2025. Thank you for listening to the CA Media Podcast, the show that allows you to come in your own unique way. I'm your host, Clyde Anderson. To be a sponsor on the show or even to be a guest host, you can email me at ClydeAndersonMedia@gmail.com. To find more selections of this podcast, you can search us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Pandora. Furthermore, you give us 5 stars, rate us, review us, follow us. In reference to our social media, you can follow me and on the podcast at CA Media __ on X, on Instagram, and on Facebook. Thank you for listening to the